right, it's the 2025 deer season in Washington here. It starts tomorrow at 6:40 in the morning. We're going to try to do the same thing that we did last year, which is essentially walk down into this canyon. We've got to drive a little bit though to get to our parking spot. Before we do that, take a maybe 1,000-foot drop. This is where I shot my deer. Right there. I don't know if I should be telling you that, but I can always edit that out. But anyway, we're gonna go set up camp and already have a dove also. Hey, hold that dove up. Dinner. There's tons of bear sign around here. I'll walk past piles of it. We've also seen bear in here too. I feel pretty good about this hunt. We know where they are. We've been here before. We were here last year. I'll put that video up. If you want to watch it first, it might give you a little bit of context. Like, this is almost like episode 2 of hunting in this area. And yeah, anyway, we know where they are. We know where to find them. We're gonna wake up super early tomorrow. Try to be like almost there well before shooting hours, which is 6:40. And I'm just hanging out now, hoping a bear walks by. We'll see. It really starts tomorrow. We've already seen like 3 deer, 2 does, and a buck. Couldn't tell if the buck was legal. She was a little bit too far away. So things are looking good. A lot of sign. We've seen animals. Hopefully I see a bear in the next half hour. But catch up with you tomorrow. So earlier my brother shot a dove, and we are gonna fry that up with a little butter, salt, and pepper. Alright guys, it's about 6:30 in the morning, which is 10 minutes before legal shooting hours. Right above me, about 30 yards, is the beginning of a very flat area called a bench. That's pretty sure that's where they all are. That's where they were last year. So I'm just waiting for legal shooting hours. I'm gonna crawl up that bench real slow, and then if I don't see anything, I'm gonna take it up this canyon, and then there's a little kind of great little glassing spot. I'm probably gonna sit the whole day. The weather is clearing up over there. Thought it was gonna rain all day. Still could, I guess, but not yet. God damn it. Just spooked. Oh man, he was... God, I hope he comes around again. He was just like right on top of that little rock ledge right there. Just 50 yards. Wonder if he's gonna come back. There's a bunch of coyotes around here. There's like 3 on the other bench over there. So I'm gonna sit here for a few more hours. I like what I see. And then I'm gonna take this canyon, or this cut up here. And there's a nice little spot to glass. I'll do that for the second half of the day. All right, little update. You can see 4 deer there. One of them is a nice tall legal buck. Heard about 2 gunshots coming from like up canyon, like over here. And that pushed these deer around to this bench. That's one good thing about hunting pressure. is that it'll move deer around, and that's exactly what just happened there. So I'm going to watch these deer for a while. One of them appears to be a pretty decent buck, so I'm going to hope they come around. I'll watch them for a few hours. All right, I'm going to move. It's about 11. Earlier, I heard a few gunshots coming up canyon here, and then I saw 5 or 4 does and a buck over here, and then they disappeared down the other side. About an hour ago, I saw 5 does or 4 does over here, and then about 15 minutes after that, I saw that same buck prance down into this ravine. I've got to dance around some private land, but that's fine, I guess. But I guess I gotta take it nice and easy, because as far as I know, there's a legal buck hanging out in here. All right, we're on our second and final sit for the day. We know that there's a lot of deer in this canyon. We've seen them already in the 15 minutes we've been here. So we're just gonna wait for one of those to be a legal buck. Probably gonna sit here all day. All right, it has not been that long since we've been here. We heard a couple gunshots coming from private land up there, and then 2 does came out, and also a coyote that was running down the valley bottom there within range. Cole shot at it and missed. I shot at it and missed by a fraction of an inch, and then shot at it again and missed. We think that it is in this little bowl up here. That's where it ran to. We have not seen it run out. That's a tight little bowl there. So what I'm thinking is I am gonna real quick just make a little run over there and see if I can finish the job. Cole's gonna stay up here and keep watching out for deer. It's an absolute monster fort. It's like a 2.5-year-old fort. Not legal. There's no brow tine. So that's a legal buck right there. So this has been a super action-packed morning. I mean, took shots at a running coyote 150 yards away. We've seen tons of deer. We just saw a fork that had a legal brow tine on it, so that's 1 inch. That's a point that's at least 1 inch. But it is 1 p.m. on opening morning. We've seen so much that we ultimately let him go. Yeah, they're hanging out around there right now. We're going to continue to sit this, though, for the next few hours. Heard a few gunshots and then saw 2 does and what appeared to be a legal buck silhouetted here. The buck was shot in the leg and then went into this little crevice up here. It's actually private land, which starts right above my finger. We then watched 2 hunters come down from over here, which is private land, come over here, and then they went here. Keep in mind the buck is there. They went here, turned around and walked away. He was pretty wide and pretty tall. He's probably legal. So Cole is just made his way. He's down here somewhere. He's gonna walk up there. The buck is currently right here. He's gonna walk, try to get there using this land as cover. And he's gonna try to put a kill shot on him, assuming he's even legal.
found ourselves in the same little holler we were in last year.
The exact
30
same
yards.
exact same spot that I shot mine.
You're right. Also, it is nicer than the one I got last year.
Yeah, he's definitely wider for
Look at that
sure.
little sticker there.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that, buddy. Yeah, look what happened. Kneecap.
Yeah. Cool. Let's get this thing gutted. All right, so that's the end of day one. It was a great day. We saw a ton of animals, tons of coyotes. Gave one a haircut from 150 yards away. Had a legal buck in our sights that we chose not to take, and then ended up with actually a really nice buck. Probably 3.5-year-old. Had some nice weight around his pedicles and had that kind of Roman nose going on. It was awesome. We're not going to eat any around the fire tonight though, just because we got to go to bed because we're super tired and I need to get up at 5. I'd be surprised if I didn't shoot one. Night. All right, it's the morning of day 2. I'm in the same spot as yesterday. Legal shooting hours is 6:40 in the morning and it's currently 6:35. So that timed out perfectly. I chose to come back to this spot because of just the crazy amount of opportunities we had around here. There was absolutely tons of animals and we got a nice buck down. So I'm gonna do this spot one more time. Might switch it up tomorrow. So it's 1 p.m. I've seen 3 bucks and none of them were legal, and about 7 does. So I have been seeing deer, even though it is much slower than yesterday. The weather's like a lot different. It's colder and rainier, but it's not that cold and it's not that rainy. I'm guessing the reason why it's slower today is just because it's deer season. I mean, I've seen deer, so it's like, do I stay here or do I maybe walk this bench just around the other side? And I've got a plan for tomorrow, but I don't want to do that plan today. I also lost my knife when I was helping my brother cut that deer up. He got that deer down right there, so I could go retrace my steps if I wanted to try to find that, but I also don't really want to disturb the area that I'm in because I'm feeling pretty stealthy right now. I don't think anything knows I'm here. So I'm either just going to stay here for the rest of the day because I do still think this is a really good spot, or I'm going to either walk around the bench over there, or I might go down to the river bottom, kind of where we're camped. I don't think there's any deer down there. I mean, there could be. I think they prefer the elevation though. That'd be kind of a bear strategy, which I'm not opposed to. But if I do that, then I'm gonna miss the night hunt up here. And like I said, this is a great spot. So it's like, what do I do? I think all my options are fine. So the question is, do I want to go look for my Benchmade? That's the biggest question, actually. All right, it's the morning of day 3. We are working up this canyon here. We've got a ways to go, but it flattens out nicely. And then we're gonna get on top of a plateau and then hunt a series of cuts from the top down. It's a spike. It's a spike buck. let's goal. Let's get in a position that we can look down this little mini cut here. All right, game plan, we sat down there for a while, glassed all of this stuff, sawdough, hiked up here, and now we're just gonna walk this ledge and just bump canyons around. So we've been sitting here glassing this area for a while. We've been glassing all this too. Seen a few does, but not much, and nothing really on this bench system either. So up here is a plateau. Easy hike up that. That's going to give us the ability to just kind of walk along the side of it and pop up into these canyons here, and it's all public, so we can get eyes on these canyons, and then also we can take a walk over the plateau to a whole entire different gulch system. Do the same thing. It's a big old spike.
Yep.
It's a real nice spike. I was not expecting that. That's the lowest elevation here I've ever seen deer. That's such a nice spike. That's like a 6-inch spike.
Probably part of that herd that we pushed out of. He looked like that buck that was down the creek. Probably pushed him out of there. They ended up here. What's he doing hanging out with those does?
All right, we're back at camp. We've got everything all packed up. We're actually going to pack out. I probably would have given this a couple more days, honestly. But we have North Dakota duck tags. You only get 7 days, and you have to pick a start date. And for us, that's October 15th, which is 2 days from now. It's the 13th right now. So we are going to drive across Idaho, Montana, and part of North Dakota, and hopefully fill our freezers with ducks.